KOGO News Time is... No, that's the wrong station. I'm sorry about that. It's about 12:02. Hi, everybody. Bud Ballou back from California. And, boy, we just got here in this Force 8 gale. I can't say I'm surprised, though. It's been the way my luck has been with the weather since I've been here. Very little sunshine, a little rain, but it won't stop us. We'll have a good time anyway, because we're going to be doing the Fab 40 of 1967. And let's start it off right now with number 40. This is Traffic and Hole in My Shoe on Radio London. It's the Fab 40 from 1967, a wonderful Radio London. Bud Ballou in from California on a kind of a rainy Sunday. That's number 40, Traffic and Hole in My Shoe. Going to do some Supremes now as we move on to number 39. This is Diana Ross and In and Out of Love. I just love that Motown stuff. It's Big L 2001. I'm Bud Ballou, and that's the Supremes with In and Out of Love, number 39 on the Fab 40 of 1967, determined by the most popular songs as they appeared on the chart on Radio London. And they've been compiled, and we're counting them down this afternoon from now until 3 o'clock. Bud Ballou in from California here on Big L.
Now tune in and turn on.
It's about 12:10 right now. I'm Bud Ballou in from California doing Radio London, the Fab 40 of 1967. Let's keep on moving to number 38. This is Paul and Barry Ryan. And Keep It Out of Sight on Big L. It's Radio London and the Fab 40 of 1967. Bud Ballou here, and we're counting them down in order. That's Shirley Ellis. Number 33 was Soul Time. Moving on, we got number 32. Up next, it's Gladys Knight and the Pips. Take Me in Your Arms and Love Me on Big L. Let's Take Me in Your Arms and Love Me. It's Gladys Knight and the Pips, and that is number 32 on the Fab 40 of 1967 as we count them down this afternoon. Hi, everybody. I'm Bud Ballou in from California on this kind of rainy Sunday. Doesn't matter to me, though. I'm indoors, and I'm just having a lot of fun counting down all this great music from this great year. So let's review what we've done so far, okay? Number 40 was Hole in My Shoe from Traffic. Number 39, In and Out of Love by Diana Ross and the Supremes. Number 38, Keep It Out of Sight from Paul and Barry Ryan. Number 37, Light My Fire by The Doors. 36 was Bobby Gentry, Ode to Billy Joel. 35, Somebody to Love, an all-time classic from the Jefferson Airplane. Number 34, Thinkin' Ain't For Me by Paul Jones. 33 was Soul Time from Shirley Ellis, and of course we just heard number 32, Gladys Knight and the Pips, Take Me in Your Arms and Love Me. Now, if we just continue on with this, we'll be done in no time. So we thought we'd play some other songs as well, songs that were chart climbers, Fab 40 climbers, songs that kind of made the charts, but were kind of up and down really quickly, but they were great songs, and they need to be recognized as such. So let's play one of those right now. It's the Hollies and Carrie Ann next.
Big L.
Where the action is.
Wonderful Radio London with the Hollies, one of my favorite all-time groups. That's Carrie Ann from 1967. We're counting down the Fab 40 from 1967 based on chart positions on the Radio London chart. But this particular one we put in because it was a climber and one that needed to be recognized. We're going to do another one of those songs right now. And you may recall this band. Ian Gillan was the lead singer in it before he went on to Deep Purple and more fame. The band is Episode 6. It was managed by the Philip Birch Agency. You may remember that Philip Birch was the managing director of Radio London. And you might remember the song, too. This is Morning Dew on Big L. Well, it's a bit more than morning dew today. It's almost like a Force 8, but we're trying to keep optimistic thoughts here. Positive thoughts for the day, because the weather looks like, well, you can see a little bit of, I wouldn't call it sun, but let's just say the sky's not as dark in some places. So let's hope the weather improves for the day. Hi, everybody. Bud Ballou on Radio London, here in from California. Glad to be here, even though I had to come in an ARC today to get to work. but it's okay. I can deal with it, and I just love playing this music. That was a climber we just heard, by the way, from episode 6, Morning Dew. We're counting down the Fab 40 of 1967 based on the Big L charts, but we're doing some climbers in here as well, songs that really need to be recognized because they were such great songs. They made the charts, but were up and down rather quickly, and we have another one of those coming up next. Big L time now is 12:49. Great tune from Dave Davies. That's The Death of a Clown. It's number 19 on the Big L Fab 40 from 1967. We're counting them down. I'm Bud Ballou, and we're going to move it on to number 18. Spencer Davis Group. Great song. This is Time Seller on wonderful Radio London. And that's number 18 on the Big L Fab 40 from 1967. The Bud Ballou programming in progress till 3 o'clock this afternoon, and that's when Cardboard Shoes, Keith Skews, comes on the air. We're going to count down. We'll continue the countdown back to number 1 in just a moment. But again, let's review the last group of songs we did, and we picked it up with number 31 with Let the Heartaches Begin by Long John Baldry. Number 30 was Music to Watch Girls by Andy Williams. 29, Craze Finton Kirk by Johnny Young. 28, The Turtles, She'd Rather Be With Me. 27, Sticks and Stones from Warm Sounds. Cat Stevens was number 26, I'm Gonna Get Me a Gun. 25, A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You by the Monkees. 24, Dave D. Dozy, Beaky Make a Titch was Zabadak. 23, The Association and Windy. There Is a Mountain from Donovan was number 22. The First Cut Is the Deepest. P.P. Arnold came in at number 21. 20, Pictures of Lily from The Who. 19, of course, was Death of a Clown by Dave Davies. And 18, we just heard it, Time Seller from the Spencer Davis Group. Time for a pause in the countdown as we do some more of those Big L climbers. And this is one from the Rascals. Turned out to be a monster hit for them. This is Groovin' on Radio London. Groovin' with the Young Rascals on Radio London, the Big L Fab 40 countdown from 1967 in progress. That actually was a climber. Big L time now is 1:56. All kinds of excitement here at Clacton Pier. I just heard these two loud explosions. I thought someone was probably shooting at me, and I was going to say, hey, I'm from California, but remember, I'm an ally. Give me a break, right? Anyway, it turned out to be the Clacton Lifeboat on the way out, because it's kind of a windy day and a rough, choppy sea, and I guess they're going to go out and help some people that are in distress, and we'll kind of keep you abreast of that if anything major should come of it. We're going to do another climber for you in this countdown in just a moment. Stay with us. It's Big L, and I'm Bud Ballou. In from California, we're going to do another climber, and it's the Strawberry Children. This is Love Years Coming on Radio London. That's Strawberry Children and Love Years Coming on Radio London. I'm Bud Ballou. It's 2 o'clock, and let's check the weather in a moment. Big L. Big L. Big L time is 2:01.
Here's the latest weather word on wonderful Radio London.
Try and think optimistic thoughts now. A break in the clouds promises a delay in this morning's Atlantic weather, at least right here on the East Coast. Out in the North Sea, just a glimpse of those white caps and that bracing breeze. They'll soon dry off the seats on the fairground attractions just outside the studios. And then Clacton, once again, will become part of our 1966 recreation of swing in England. Afternoon temperature still reasonable in the upper 60s, and this evening will be less humid than last night. Nighttime will be reasonably warm in the 50s, about 12 degrees centigrade. This week, it'll be turning warmer and humid in the south. Time to pick up the countdown where we left off with number 17. This is the Tremolos and Suddenly You Love Me on Big L. That's the Tremolos with number 17 on the Big L Fab 40 from 1967. Bud Ballou counting them down all the way to 3 o'clock. We're going to go to number 1. We're at 17, of course, with the Tremolos, and we're going to move on now to number 16. This is Petula Clark and The Other Man's Grass on Big L. It's the Radio London Fab 40 countdown for the year of 1967, and that's Petula Clark with number 16. It's The Other Man's Grass. Bud Ballou here at 2:08, getting ready for Cardboard Shoes. Keith Skews, he's coming in at 3 o'clock. I actually have another show I'm going to be doing tomorrow. It won't be a countdown. It'll just be all kinds of great tunes, and I'll be on noon to 3, and I hope to see you then. Let's continue with the countdown now and move on to number, this would be 15. It's by the Tokens. It's a Happening World on Big L. It's a Happening World. And, oh yeah, there we go. It's a Happening World by the Tokens. Number 15 on the Fab 40 countdown from 1967 is based on the Big L charts from that year. And that was the Tokens going on to number 14 now. This is one of my all-time favorite groups, and this is one of my all-time favorite songs from the group. It's the Young Rascals with number 14, A Girl Like You.
I don't know what it's all about. Turn the wider shade of fair.
There it is, number 2 on the Big L Fab 40 countdown for the year 1967. I'm Bud Ballou. It's been great. Thanks very much. The opening act is over. The headliner is about to come on. Cardboard Shoes, Keith Skews is coming up next. But first, of course, we have to play the number 1 song from 1967 according to the Big L charts. And, of course, you know it's the Beatles. Big L time is 3:04.
Here's the latest weather word on Wonderful Radio London.
Just ahead is Keith Skews. The weather partial clearing and breezy this afternoon. Look for highs in the 60s. Cloudy, breezy, humid tonight. Lows in the 50s. The outlook for next week, turning warmer and humid in the south.